Hello, hello, hello everyone. My name is Chase with Dueling Park News and welcome back to Universal Orlando Resort. Now instead of standing in front of the globe like I normally do, check this out. Look at the construction for Rip Ride Rockit. We have foundation footers, I guess you could say, for the new replacement, which everyone speculates to be a coaster, being that the permits say Intamin will be working over here. And Intamin is known for building great coasters like Velocicoaster. And we have foundation footers all the way out here into CityWalk. Which of course is crazy to think about because Rip Ride Rockit's coaster didn't even come out that far. And while we're standing right here, check out the station. Underneath is pretty much gone, and we're gonna try to go over there and see if we can take a closer look. It's gonna be hard to do that inside studios because they've got it blocked off, but over here, it's all just a crumbled up piece of metal now. But before we head into studios, I'd like to walk over there to Hard Rock again and see what kind of dirt and concrete has changed since the last video. And as we come over here towards the globe, right up to the construction wall, what we in the industry call a big dirt digger thing, mabobber, is still up right here, drilling into the ground. And yes, that is a professional term, a big dirt dig thingy mabobber. And here is the machinery from another view in our construction wall maze. Oh yeah, we've got some trenches dug out here. We got some concrete pipes getting put in. Check out the station underneath. There's just that little bit of track left right there. We've got the mound of dirt has moved over here. It was like right here, has been pushed over there. We have got so much amazing progress on this coaster and we don't even know what it is yet. Now obviously we all assume it's going to be a coaster replacement, especially with these foundations coming out here in the CityWalk. What the coaster will be themed to is speculation, but what was once rumored to be Ghostbusters and Fast and Furious, it seems like everyone has changed their minds now to be Fast and Furious, which would make sense, brand synergy with everything too. Well, let's wave bye to our big piece of machinery that is digging holes in the ground. Goodbye, big piece of machinery. I'm pretty sure it's called some like industrial auger. Auger? I don't know. I'd have to Google it. Now, it is a cloudy day here in Universal Studios, Florida, but that's okay because it was sunny and a little hot, but now it's really breezy and cloudy. So temperature is cooling down. Just like that, we have made it into studios as we see our Halloween Horror Nights props up and covered with tarps. I need to go back to Halloween Horror Nights. It's been a minute. Well, here we are at the former entrance to Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit. The lift hill still remains, as well as most of the station roof. But as you can see, there's no more platform for loading guests on. So that's crazy, crazy fast. And I know we can't really see it right here, but the cutoff is like legit right here. We can see it at CityWalk looking in, but yeah, so the track ends right here. The lift hill is right here, and no more non-inverted loop. What blows my mind now is no sightline issues with studios. Like Rip Ride Rockit, lift hill remains, but the loop behind the stage, that iconic loop, is just gone. No more, and there's no more brake runs going up over here. Our skyline is dwindling down to just the lift hill. Look at all those birds perched up there too. Now that there's no trains running, the birds have made homes up here. Actually, here's a really good look from right here at all the metal pile up. Might be a little blurry, sorry for zooming in, but check it out. There's all the metal and track all destroyed and piled up. We got a machine back there too. Wow, what's crazy to me is if you come over here near the restrooms at Jimmy Fallon behind this little snack stand, you can clearly see CityWalk now through all of this. Wow, it's just like an open little spot now, and soon this will come down and this will come down and we'll be able to see everything in CityWalk. Here we go. This is all unblocked, so they've got trash cans right there, so I'm gonna walk in just a little bit. But here's a look at what remains of the track after the lift hill, of course. I know these are not connected, they are split up, but yeah, past over here, we can see where it basically launches to CityWalk now. Well, I guess I could have just came in from over here and took videos and photos, but we'll get back closer to the entrance and take a look. There she is. All that remains of the track heading towards CityWalk. Soon this will be gone. And then I would imagine the lift hill will probably be the last thing to go. They'll probably get the station, but this might take a lot more equipment and cranes to come in and demolish, and I'm curious to see if they do that during the Halloween Horror Nights event. And over here beside this stage in the Jimmy Fallon bathrooms, we can actually see the theatrical and television production facilities sign now. Isn't that crazy? And I can't remember if these construction walls were right here previously when I came to Halloween Horror Nights, so if so, they must remove it. Yeah, these are why they open up. So maybe they were already here, but yeah, Halloween Horror Nights is all back there, so I'm assuming these open up to let the guest in. Well, let's keep walking through New York and see what else has changed over here, especially over here where we saw our little Ghostbuster sticker the other day. So I noticed there's no little divot back towards the first window of the old Ghostbusters facade, but that could have been like that last week. I could have totally missed that. But yeah, used to, you could like walk right here and turn right here and still see the window. But now they've got a wall all the way towards the Metropolis building, which we're still missing our Metropolis building logo right here. Well, how about that? Someone has removed the Bill Murray sticker that was right here. So yeah, that had to have been a guest that put that there. Maybe it could have been a funny team member, but I guess that kind of just proves that it's not going to be Ghostbusters, right guys? Soon the only thing that will be in our Universal Studios skyline will be this crane. Thank you, crane, for being nice and removing Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit for us. And the New York facade used to keep going out this far. However, once they put these walls up, I believe they took this facade right here down, probably because they need to come in and destroy all the track that went around it and back up. But I can't remember which iconic New York building it was. Sorry to all my New York people, but that's still removed, even though there's no more track there. And I have a feeling it probably won't go back up anytime soon. And there again, you can still see what's going on inside here. Looks like we do have some work going on here. Not sure what all that is, but it's there. So it's pretty cool. Well, let's walk back in front of the stage and talk about that lift hill. So with Rip Ride Rockit's lift hill remaining, I figured I could talk about it just briefly and say that a lot of people used to think that this lift hill was very intimidating. But you know what? Yeah, you know, you were on your back going up, and in that Florida sun, you know, it does hit a little hot. But once you come up, the drop wasn't, you know, straight down. You know, it had a nice little curve right here. I'm sure there's a really good term for it from the coaster community, but you know, you came down here, got your little non-inverted loop. Sure, did you start to feel the intensity of it? Absolutely, but that was the beauty of it, right? I remember the first time I rode it, had to have been in middle school, but I was so scared to ride it because of that lift hill. But afterwards I realized, oh, it's not that bad. And here's another look at the foundations for those supports and footers, but try to zoom in just a little bit. It's a little blurry, but it's crazy to me that that comes out that far, being that the original idea for Rip Ride Rockit was to come out that far as well. So it's nice to see that they kept that same idea, because if you remember correctly, right behind that fence is actually where the black fence was, kind of like a black iron fence that had the little bowl, little spaghetti bowl, I guess, for Rip Ride Rockit. It's going to be a wrap for me today here at Universal Studios Florida. Not too much to report on for Rip Ride Rockit's Demolition or the new coaster update. However, you know, we did get to see those new foundations over here for the footers, so clearly the coaster will come out that far into CityWalk. But I appreciate you for watching and following along. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow along as we continue to update the construction over here at Universal Studios Florida. So just thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.